Kevin, what would you say your main skills are?
Rugby, soccer, Gaelic, tennis, climbing, basketball, shooting, golf, baseball and hanging tough.
Test your sports skills at Skillzone, Ireland's first multi-sports indoor circuit. Be the first to get 100 points and you'll also win €10,000.
And we are live, right? Andy, turn down the sound there, or otherwise I get confused when you're looking at the 10-second delay that's going on.
The sound on this, yeah?
Yeah. See what I mean? It's like the Adrian Kennedy phone-in show.
Do you need to kill the
and I'm
sound
still
on
hearing the
yours?
sound.
Do
What?
you need to kill the sound on yours?
Do I need to kill the sound of mine?
I was going to pick it up onto this mic.
What is? Oh, it does, yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Ah, yeah. There
we go.
Right, so good evening. The Trippers are live again. It's a Monday night. It's the Monday Club. We're in here. You've heard the advertising for the Skill Zone.
It's all green.
I know, Andy, this is the problem that we have every bloody week now because we have to sort out the internet. We have to put the money in the meter for the old internet that's going on, right? As it is, look, in tonight we've got Shane Davern, we've got Andy Youngs, fresh back from Portugal. You'll notice the tan on him. Look, tanned God. The tanned God, Andy Young is in the room. And then join us, we've got Gav Doyle, our newest recruit in the team. He has been in before, so he's just come back in again.
Gav.
Good man, Gav, in. And of course, in front of us here, looking very. See now, what you're looking at,
everybody.
what you guys are seeing out there.
You're not seeing double.
You're not seeing
two
double.
actual computers.
Two computers. Steve, because there's so much going in the world of transfers, right, and not to be confused with the World Games, because there's so much going on. Steve-O has the Mac and he's keeping abreast of the situation and let me know what people are
The new sponsor, Apple.
I'm actually...
We're sponsored by Apple now as well.
No, we are sponsored by Skillzone. You would have heard... You definitely
actually sponsored by Skillzone, not fake.
There's the logo we put up there in the wall. Can you see it, Andy, yeah?
No, there it is up there.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see it up there?
Oh, yeah.
That's right behind it. Right, lads, it's Monday. There's breaking news all over the shop. I can't really believe what's happening out there.
That's because most of it's not real, Phil.
I know.
It's all make believe.
Did you hear the latest?
No.
Sacco
what?
Palace gone.
Sacco Palace gone?
Yeah.
Done. 25 million.
What happened to his Palace?
Already? He's gone?
Gone.
I'm in shock here. Steve, pick me up off the ground.
I don't believe it. Show me him in a blue and red. Leaning up against Selhurst Park.
Leaning up against London. London.
Yeah. Leaning up against the lamppost.
Don't fucking blame me. I just read it. I'm not telling you.
I just read it.
Nothing to do with me.
I'm just proving I can read.
I'd say it's something to do with you, all right.
Do you reckon? What would we say? 1 or 2? I will try to get that across.
So what's the crack with everybody tonight?
So look, we've got the lads in. There's so much going on. I don't know how we're going to keep on top of these things, right? So, first of all, it's absolutely bananas. We've signed everyone, Andy, but we've signed no one yet, which is also amazing at the same time. We've signed absolutely no one.
The biggest problem with today is that this podcast or this video cast is going to be obsolete in an hour because everybody that we signed won't have been signed.
We'll be back in the club again.
And we'll have signed another load of people.
I think we signed them and put them all on garden leave. That's what we've done.
Yeah.
That's it.
We're proper money balling now. Naby Keita is never going to wear a Liverpool shirt. We're going to sell him to Barca next year for 400 million.
We're just literally doing next year's shopping. This is like when you go to the January sales and you start buying people Christmas presents. You start going, that'd be great now for next year. I know.
So what we've done is
you keep buying me summer stuff in winter. Christmas Day, freeze me bollocks off.
A pair of shorts and a vest. What the fuck?
And just so everyone knows, we have stepped it up this summer in terms of technology and everything that's going on with the Trippers. You'll notice that we've actually gone full Sky Sports News, and we've got a yellow ticker going across the bottom of the screen for everyone to see what the breaking news is. Point to the bottom, down on the bottom there, right there.
You're never going to job in the weather.
Right there, it's over there. See, right there. Right, so lads, let's start with transfers because we will get onto the matches as we normally do with the podcast. But right, let's talk about the Keita deal. Let's pretend it's done. What do you expect? Gav, come into the mic here and talk to me and tell me what do you think.
I'm going to interrupt you all, by the way, because I'm watching what's coming in from Periscope. So as people say funny stuff, or if you're just talking shy, I'm just going to talk.
I want to put him in the team with Coutinho because that was the original plan, was to have him in the team with Coutinho. But, we'll see if it actually happens. It's all make believe. It's all made up.
I think it's all make believe.
Fucking sure it is.
It doesn't even exist.
Purple Man wants to know when Natalie Sawyer and her tits are showing up. So that's just something random.
That can be done.
That can be arranged for the right sort of fee, Burple man. Neil, you get the dollars out, we'll get tits out. That's how we roll. They might not be Natalie Sawyer's, they might be mine. But
I think it's definitely going to be Stephen's.
Yeah. The buyout just means they have to accept the fee.
Well, then it's
next year.
Then there shouldn't be.
There wouldn't be a bidding war. Just both clubs or whatever amount of clubs would all meet the release fee, and then it would be down to personal terms, really, what you agree with the person.
But there's 10 million on top of that 48 million.
Liverpool are paying that 10 million because his release clause doesn't come into effect until next summer.
Right.
So Liverpool are paying that 10 million. You'll find that the paperwork, like you can sign a player whenever. You can sign a player whenever. Like,
is it not 3 million though?
No, the deal is 48 plus 3 guaranteed, right? So 48 is what we're going to
buyout.
We're going to meet.
Yeah.
And what for the privilege of having him signed up for next year, we're guaranteeing them 3 million plus a possible 10 million on top.
Okay.
So that's the extra we've thrown on top of it.
It's basically saying rather than waiting until next summer when everybody can get involved, we're doing it now, giving them the cash and saying, on the 1st of July next year, he's ours.
That's the made up story.
So we're not actually, if this any of this is actually happening, because nobody knows.
No, well, okay, well,
nothing's
Melissa Reddy,
nothing's
James
been
Pearce
confirmed by the club.
Yeah, but they mind the club.
They mind the club for a minute. Just random people on Twitter is what I'm talking about.
When the goat of all journalism, James Pearce,
he is the goat in fairness to him.
It wasn't him. It was Paul Joyce, wasn't it?
No, James Pearce is talking about it. They're all on it.
Yeah, they're all on it together. They're all on it together.
It's not a pretendy one.
No. That's fair enough to say. If you've got that level, if you've got Joyce, Reddy, and fucking James Pearce and whatever else reporting it all together, then you'd have to say
reporting it all together.
Melissa Reddy said it's all done.
And considering we generally never go back in for a player when like the Connie Planka thing and all that. You say, we want them, doesn't happen. Never go back in. It shows you how much he obviously does want them.
Let's bring a bit of control on this, right? In reality, right, I think everyone's biggest worry was that if Keita was our number one target across the course of this summer, and Klopp it was put out in interviews or whatever that the reason why he wanted to go after him, he thought he's an exceptional talent, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't out necessarily looking for a centre midfielder at the start of the season, and he was thinking to himself, no, this is the player I want. This is my player. This is everything I want in a centre midfielder. It's actually good to see the club being prepared to really push a deal home to get it done, because clearly there was a fear that if we let this go, if he has one good season in the Champions League with Leipzig, that we're going to be battling the Barcelonas and the Real Madrids and Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich.
We're not going to beat them. You know, we're not going to be able to offer, no matter what we think. If we come in the same summer and Bayern, Barca, and us are at the table. There's a 99% chance he's not picking us. Yeah. You know what I mean? And plus, as somebody said, it's better to get him nailed down now before we have to worry about securing top 4 football this season. At least we have him for next summer regardless now. So
I think it could happen. Was he yourself earlier that said it could happen in January?
Yeah. I was saying
if they're out of the Champions League. And
I was saying if they're out of the Champions League, I wouldn't be surprised.
If they were out of the Champions League, them.
Yeah, if Leipzig are gone out of the Champions League. It's not about. I'm not being silly enough to say, we can play him in the Champions League.
No, but sure, we're going to need a squad anyway. If we're still in the Champions League.
Plus, it's the second half of the season.
If they're league position and they are challenging to get back in,
their whole point, I know what you're saying, but their whole point of hanging on to him was that this was their first ever time in the Champions League. Yeah. So if that's their big thing and they go out of it at the group stages, you probably might find that an extra few quid might sweeten it and might allow.
Now, if they're totally out of it, that they aren't going to get top 4, well then obviously that would be
I'm hoping they go to shite and he's their only shining light, you know what I mean? But
didn't we try and get Grujic in early?
And they were willing to do it. He wasn't. Right. Grujic actually said himself that he didn't want. Grujic said himself that he didn't want to come. He wanted to win the league with them, and he was confident of them winning.
So it's not beyond all the realms of possibility.
I want to move on because there is a lot of moving parts in today's rumours and all that type of stuff, right? So Hedy Lamar is meant to be
Kendrick Lamar,
Hedy Lamar. I got a bone to pick. Thomas Lemur.
Thomas Lemur. The small. I like to move it.
Yeah, from Madagascar.
Yeah.
So Andy, tell me all you know about Hedy Thomas Kendrick Lamar.
He has a left foot.
The left foot?
Yeah, that's all I fucking care about.
Are you in because of the left foot?
Yeah, I just signed, if I was the manager, I just signed loads of left footers. Yeah. Left footers are better. They kick the ball better.
Paul Konchesky, like
the ball better.
Is that to do with your left foot?
Scientific fact: lefties.
I can
kick
only
the ball
speak from
better.
personal experience.
I can only speak from my own leg.
My left foot is better than my right foot, so therefore.
your left foot's cultured or something like that, isn't it? You're going to say
absolutely.
Brandon88 says there's more chance of Phil revealing his hair dye brand than Lamar than Lamar leaving Monaco.
Right, if
I'm not going to pretend I know much about him. I only know of him and watched a load of YouTube tonight.
Yeah,
and
the Telegraph are reportedly reporting 70 million bid now.
70 million bid.
Oh, would that be a tour bid now? Because I heard it's supposed.
So they say
Grizz was telling me earlier on that we've put in 5 bids today.
Yeah.
At various different
medicals tomorrow.
Various different denominations.
So what?
Based on signal strength from the office in Melwood.
Has Origi been offered as part of the?
I hope so.
Deal, yeah.
Well, to be fair, Klopp has made it clear today, or perhaps it was yesterday. Klopp has said that there is a chance players could go out. So he was kind of hinting at the fact that Origi could go.
Yeah, but I think you're looking at more the likes of Ryan Kent, Sacco, Markovic.
Ryan Kent permanently?
No, on loan.
Yeah,
you know,
is Markovic still?
Yeah, he's still
there. Yeah.
Fuck.
He's taken over from Jose Enrique.
Okay, I'm going to break some news. According to the Belgrade press today, the Evening Belgrade press, Partizan Belgrade want Lazar Markovic, and they've almost agreed a deal from Liverpool FC and Athletic.
Have you just made that up in your own head?
They're going to pay for his flights.
No,
that's what the deal is.
It's genuine. I'm not making it up. It's definitely genuine.
No, he will go. And
will he go back there though?
But he's tried everywhere fucking else, hasn't he?
Well, see,
he might have no option then.
He might have no option at the moment. Like if no club in England are going to come in and prepare, maybe the club are prepared to let him go on loan, because what's a World Cup year as well.
What's mad is up to this point we've been kind of in control of our own transfers. Like we're in control of bidding, of trying to agree deals with players, and for whatever reason, it hasn't happened. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe it was the Champions League depended a lot on certain players, but what I don't understand is at this point we haven't had much interest in Markovic, much interest in Sacco, all these players that we really desperately want to see out the door.
Yeah.
Klopp wants rid of, and the wage bill and whatever players cleared out of it. So I wouldn't be so confident that these players are going to go in a few weeks. I'd be more so confident of incomings.
Would you not think though that especially in the case of Sacco, I think it's going to be like a domino effect. Like you look at Johnny Evans being linked away from West Brom to Leicester, City, and then when he goes, you'll probably see Sacco go to West Brom, and then it all kicks off. Markovic is you're just looking to get, if you can get anywhere near 10 million for him, or as Phil has said, a loan, and maybe with the obligation to buy. He's been in Italy, hasn't he? He's been in Turkey. He went back to Portugal. He's at loan a whole.
You'd imagine that if he is going to Belgrade, that they won't be in any position to match any his wages he's on at Liverpool whatsoever. Well, I don't know what he's on at Liverpool, but
Brandon is saying that the bid has just been this evening, according to the Telegraph, up to 70 million, and Tino is saying, it's a good point actually he makes there. He says Origi going to Monaco could actually be the making of him, given the amount of effort and the reputation they have in improving young players. Going there, he'd nearly be a more senior player to a lot of what they have in that squad.
And they must be looking at the who replaces Mbappe in a year's time. They've got Mbappe.
Well, he's going to PSG on loan now this season, so on loan with a mandatory 170 or 160 million.
180 million fee agreed at the end of his 1 year loan.
Somebody Neil Burpleman just said here Townsend is going for 27 million.
This is
where is he going?
Now, hang on.
Where could he be going? He's fucking shy.
I want to tell you this. Townsend is
this
going,
Andy Townsend? Yeah?
No,
he's worse.
That's impressive. He had a left fucking foot.
I'm all over the transfers today. Andros Townsend is going to Leicester. Right?
Leicester.
Yeah. Who will play ahead of Damari Gray, people whose names I won't mention, Jamie Home, wanted to sign him as one of the best wingers in the world ever. Yeah.
He's not a bad player.
He's fucking
Damari Gray.
Damari Gray will be playing for Nottingham Forest in 2 years' time, and that
you'll see him delaying the ball of the weekend. I actually watched the United game the weekend, and he had a ball that I would have played through Tamares for the 1v1, and he held on to it, chance gone. I was looking at it going, you fucking idiot.
He's a cabbage. He's a typical. He's Jermaine Pennant. He's fucking whatever.
Let's start
English
throwing
winger
money
you
around
pick,
because they're linked with. They were the ones linked with Johnny Evans today, weren't they?
Yeah. 18 million or something. No, 21 million.
Yeah.
The City bid 18 million for.
Yeah.
City bid 18 million for Johnny Evans.
Should they want 30, don't they?
Yeah.
West Brom.
Well,
but you
Chris
can name your price
Prascombe
now.
apparently has said there's still absolutely no chance the club are going to let Coutinho go. So that's.
So
I
where
believe
is the Lamar one come from then?
I'd say the
Lamar one is just a.
Lamar makes sense whether Coutinho goes or not. Because
No, but like it's just now. Why now?
Who? Coutinho?
No, Lamar.
I'd say
Cut Champions League qualification.
Well,
he had him in
I'd
his
say
head.
stuff. I'd say stuff started happening once we got through that. Like, it didn't just all start. Klopp didn't get up this morning and ring Michael Edwards and go, you know what we should do?
I had a dream last night. We need Bob Ingles.
But you know what?
Let's go sign a load of players.
In all seriousness, you know what it could be? If you look at Lallana, right? We don't get he's out for a week. We don't get he's out for a fortnight. We get he fucking
3
tripped
months.
on the path and he's out for fucking 4 months. Like, you know what I mean? He could have looked at that and went, look, I actually do need another body in there. I just need another one, and he's on the list, and that's who he wants.
So do you reckon Lamar, like, do you reckon like Edwards has basically been on a 2 month holiday and he's just come back and he went, shit lads, the window's closed.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
1st of September?
Yeah. There's no one doing fuck all around here. I leave the place for 2 months.
I had it in my diary for the 16th of September for some reason.
Rocks into the office. Right, who we signed? No, oh fuck.
So he's just there going, now I left a to-do list over there on that press. And,
Just, it's one of those chalkboards that's wiped out. There was nothing there when cleaning lady came in, wiped out his list.
Have you seen him? Have you seen Lamar play, Phil?
I thought you were going to say I've seen Michael
No
Edwards.
one's seen Michael Edwards. He doesn't exist. Never mind Lamar.
Have you seen him play?
I saw him play twice last season.
And
that's not lying. I just saw his
when
two
I
games
looked at
against.
Lamar, I said to myself, no I did. I've seen him once.
I saw him twice, the 2 Juve games. He was okay. But
you weren't watching him. You weren't watching him.
You're
You were
right.
watching
You're
the
right. I
match.
wasn't. I was actually watching Juve's backline and saying.
I will say, I did. I
saw and Dybala.
Come here, Steve. I saw Lamar about 2 weeks ago, the first weekend of the French season, right? And I actually I watched the Monaco game because I wanted to see Congolo play at centre back for them to see if
he doesn't exist.
If he existed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he wasn't. A guy called Jemerson was playing, and he scored. The centre back scored the overhead. Remember? I was on there. Here we go. But I watched. I actually, you know, when you're just looking at, you see names being mentioned about Lamar, and I looked at him that day. I was going, Jesus, he's a bit like if Coutinho played in the centre of the park. You know that type of way where you're saying.
So did he play in the middle or is he playing wing?
He was playing in the middle of the park. He wasn't playing out wide. But like, I thought he was.
I've done a bit of YouTube research.
Can he run fast?
He runs mad fast.
Right, well then get him in.
He runs mad fast.
You know what I mean?
He runs
He's
mad
fast. Is he
fast.
turbo?
Mad fast.
And he kicks ball with left foot.
And he kicks the ball with the left
Cultured.
foot.
He's
Yeah,
cultured.
so he's a second
And he's all
Salah.
in. Left foot.
Do you reckon?
Quick.
Do you reckon? Just if that would be a great theory to forget like tactics and all, just sign loads of mad fast players.
But I think if you're going to play the way Klopp is playing, and let's not forget,
Mad fast
something
is
has
top of
kind
the
of
list.
changed this year the way they're playing. We're going to heavily depend on that sort of pace breaking.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is. It's literally one man to pick the balls out. Like Firmino is just the man to just. He's just that man who gets it, and he's the making of these two boys.
Don't get ahead of yourself. We haven't started. We haven't started.
Oh no! I hate
Don't be getting ahead of
He
yourself.
hasn't even won yet, Gav.
So like,
We aren't friendly on this pod.
it all makes sense. He wants to play in that way. You're going to buy physical players, quick players you can kind of depend on, not going to have shitty knocks. And he's going to, obviously, you're going to have your injuries, especially with all them games. So if you can double up in them areas with two quality players, all the better. And if Henderson there sitting kind of deep enough, who's able to spray the ball out to the wider areas.
Okay, lads. Before we move onto the match and onto some, a bit of serious stuff as opposed to these imaginary transfers, right? I just want to confirm, lads, that we have heard on the pod, thanks, Grizz, that a private plane is booked for an airport in Liverpool tomorrow morning, flying in from Southampton. The question is now,
why?
How much glue was Grizz sniffing before he made this one? That's the question.
Van Dijk's in London.
Well,
he's in London.
I know, but he has
Yeah,
to
but
go
he's
to
going to drive back to Southampton to pick up his boots.
Passport.
Sake.
Passport.
Just
in
roll with this.
Southampton.
No, fuck you. I'm not rolling with it.
Sorry, I missed who was said it there. But Dom King has said that Leicester are the latest team in for Sacco, and somebody else said, so with so many games coming up, do we think Origi will stay?
I don't think it makes too much sense for Origi himself or the likes of Ings Like you've already got Firmino who's nailed down, and there's no one getting in ahead of Firmino there at the moment. Unless he gets changed. Then you have Sturridge, and then for different types of moments, you've got Solanke.
You can see Solanke ahead of Origi in the way Klopp's looking.
And Origi for
plus
me,
you've got Danny Ings.
Yeah.
And I know we laugh and whatever about Danny Ings, but Danny Ings is still a Premiership quality player. You know, he might not be top 4 Champions League, but he's still a player that actually will suit playing in either a wide position or a central position. He'll run all day once his fitness comes up. So you could see why Origi would be sacrificed.
There was more rumour earlier, though, wasn't it, that we were in for another forward?
There was. I saw somebody saying
that Aubameyang fella.
No, heard he's shite.
I heard Icardi. And then Grizz told us we were in for Benzema.
Bacardi, you heard.
Yeah, Bacardi.
Bacardi's fucking made up.
And anyway, look, as we know, like, thankfully we do have Grizz on the team to tell us what's going on behind the scenes, because without him we'd be all in the dark.
We lost.
Yeah.
Only Jay Home would be able to bring us news.
It was great because everyone was ahead of the Lamar bid this morning.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't a single Liverpool fan who woke up this morning amazed by the news that we'd submitted a bid for Thomas Lamar.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, we don't even get surprised anymore because everyone knew about Keita being the deal being agreed and it being a season-long loan. So it just ruins transfer window.
Out of all the things that anyone could have suggested for the whole summer, not one ITK said that.
Which?
Let's secure a deal for next summer now.
Yeah.
When it's such an obvious thing.
Yeah.
Fjortov tweeted earlier, because he think he's based in Germany.
Yeah,
he said it's a very, very common situation.
Oh, it is. Yeah,
extremely common.
But your Dortmund
so
signs
with all these Liverpool fans who know everything about the Bundesliga, who know everything about transfers, who know everything about Klopp, who know everything about fucking everything, ITK. Nobody suggested that we should just try and do a deal for now to prevent that situation next year, when pretty much everybody was saying we'll never get him next year.
Yeah.
Nobody says, I think I'll make up that we've agreed a deal for next year. So it just shows you these things come out of the blindside you, and there you go.
Are we signing Van Dijk?
Are
we signing Van Dijk?
Yeah.
No.
Are we signing Gav Doyle? Are we signing Van Dijk?
Yeah.
It's done.
It's 475 million to 1, but we're still doing it.
Andy.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, you wouldn't get a plane. We're not getting a plane for nothing. That plane is just not flying there for nothing.
But maybe he's picking up a different player. Maybe it's Jay Rodriguez.
Is he picking up with someone else's business?
Maybe he's going to Everton.
Are we really using this plane as our factor into this?
You told me the rumour a minute ago.
All I know is that the plane was booked to have a banner off the back of it. So when everyone was happy again with FSG for Boyan,
but you know what I don't get about this Lamar thing is, right? If this was 2 months ago, you'd say, right, we put in a bid and he said no, and we went back with a second, they fucking 2 days to sort this out. So why don't you just go in and say, listen, we want them. There's the amount. No, this is the amount we'll go for, but there's the amount. We'll do it. There, it's done.
But Gav, it's Liverpool. We never just do that. We have to do
steps. It's all about steps, isn't it?
Chucker brother negotiation. Chucker brother negotiation.
So what does this big thing about a medical booked? Is someone trying to tell me that Liverpool Football Club can't organise a medical at short notice? If they need to,
there's a waiting list.
It's not the fucking. It's not the NHS or the Irish public hospitals.
Everyone knows you have
Van Dijk sits and walks into Tala A&E and just plonks his ass down the wooden chair.
Sits down, takes a ticket, and Agnes Slevin goes in ahead of him to get our pulse checked.
Everyone knows there's a waiting list in the Bupa clinics these days because the NHS has gone to shite.
Got a bunch of grapes on me ass.
Let's go. For everyone watching, a couple of seconds, we'll be back with the start of the podcast, which of course is the match review, and we'll be catch you then.
Zone Sandyford. See skillzone.ie. T's and C's apply. So, Kevin, what would you say your main skills are?
Rugby, soccer, Gaelic, tennis, climbing, basketball, shooting, golf, baseball, and hanging tough.
Test your sports skills at Skillzone, Ireland's first multi-sports indoor circuit. Be the first to get 100 points and you'll also win €10,000. Skillzone Sandyford. See skillzone.ie. T's and C's apply. So, Kevin, what would you say you're...
Right, anyway, so we're back with the real podcast now. That was the transfer bits, and there was a little word from our sponsors there, Skillzone.
Very fancy.
The lads up at Sandyford. And by the way, for everyone, just before we kick off the podcast, do not forget, around the corner is the World Games featuring Andy, Stephen Daly, myself and Jamie Home, right? It's going to be videoed, it's going to be live on Periscope. You're going to see the events.
Can you go and watch?
Yeah.
You can come and watch.
Absolutely.
We can't, because we're going.
Who's the
no cans,
bookie's
I'm not
favourite there? If we wanted to go into Paddy Powers now and get a bet on, what way would the betting go?
All I'm saying, Shane, is
Well,
that
our
Andy-
new betting partner will be able to tell you, Shane. We haven't decided who that is yet, but
all I'm saying is that we've been told by Andy himself, right, that he is the best person in the world at single event sports, right? So all it has to be is.
I think that's being slightly exaggerated.
No,
I'm pretty sure that's verbatim. I'm pretty sure that's the exact words that Andy Young
You've
said.
seen
I
a bit
didn't
of
say
sense
I'm
on
the
holiday
best
now, haven't
at.
you?
I didn't say I'm the best at every single sports.
I didn't say sports. I said single event.
I thought you said that you were brilliant at every single
single
one of them
person
when you were asked
sports,
about it.
No, single.
I said that I
single
wouldn't.
actions.
I said I
in
wouldn't.
sport
I
capacity.
said I wouldn't fancy the baseball one.
All right.
That's weird because you play golf.
Yeah, but I don't like baseball.
I'm going to absolutely annoy
I didn't like baseball around us
tough.
around like that. So I don't like the idea of
Are you anti-rounders? Yeah.
2 moving. No, if the ball's sitting on the ground, no problem.
The ball's sitting on the ground. What
And
about
I can
rugby?
look at it.
What about a drop kick?
It's
so
dro-
the things-
hang on, no.
Did you play
a
hurling,
drop
Andy?
kick? What?
Did you play
A
hurling?
little bit.
Well, then you might be alright.
Yeah,
But yeah, you
it
go
was-
to hurling.
it was more you
You're
tri-
probably
Yeah,
dead at hurling as well.
No,
yeah.
he played hurling. He never
Is
said he was good at it.
is it like a drop goal attempt in the rugby?
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at-
So rugby is,
Okay.
is a drop goal.
Right.
But, so basically, what you've got is you've got penalties, you've got basketball.
Is it a
You've
drop
got-
goal or is it a penalty in rugby?
I think
Okay,
it's
I'm
all-
not so
it's a
sure
drop
about
goal.
basketball.
What?
I'm not so
Are
sure.
you in goal for the penalty?
No, I'm just going to tell you what the 10 things are. Right.
All right, so
you've
as
got-
you're talking about the 10 things, I can tell you what I'm going to win.
okay, so penalties.
I'm going to win at that.
You're going to win at penalties. Okay, basketball.
I won't win at that.
Okay,
I might win it. I
hang
won't-
tough. So
What's that?
basically, you are onto a bar, and as soon as you release it with your body weight, the timer starts,
Right.
and you have to hang there for as long as you possibly can. Once you touch the ground, you're out. You have to let go of the bar, and it tells you were a minute, you were 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever, hanging. So it's a test of upper body.
Okay,
strength.
so I'm not going
That's
to
the
bullshit
one,
you.
That's the one I am going to absolutely lose at compared to you three.
Well, I'm going to
The upper body
check that
strength
out.
of a fucking
I'm going to
12-year-old.
check that out when I go home,
Right.
and I'll let you know.
Okay. You're just going to go up and hang off the banisters.
I'm telling you now, Jamie Holm has that wrapped.
I think Jamie Holm is probably looking good
Just
for
go
that.
up and hang
Then
off the
you've got-
goalpost
Then
up
you've
in the-
got
up in the park.
rugby drop kicks.
So is that drop it out of your hands and volley?
Yeah, drop it and it has to have a bounce and then hit
Steve,
it.
come into
Oh
the-
yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it has to drop, bounce and then hit. Like you can't just catch it on the volley. Okay.
Might be alright,
Then you've got GAA kicks over the bar.
I'll be all right. That yeah. Win that,
You've
win
got
that.
a shoot
Is that on a run or is it just out of your hand?
out of your hand, right?
So you just drop the ball.
Goalkeeper.
So you just kick it.
If he can't hit,
What do you
fucking
kick
10
it
out
in?
of 10.
Just kick it over the bar.
Oh no, there's bar. Yeah, there's a proper GAA goal.
How the fuck could you miss from where? How long? How far out?
It's probably from here to the end there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's probably from here to the end.
30 yards.
Probably 30 yards. Maybe not 30 yards actually. Maybe I'm overdoing that. Maybe
Right.
it's 20 yards out.
For
Okay.
Joyce, you want to be getting
Right.
10 out of 10 there, Andy.
Yeah.
And you know what? You get a certain amount of shots on that, do you?
So folks, if you're listening to us at the minute.
They're still live because this is delayed. So I'm just going to.
Oh yeah, but they're not going to be live by the time we're talking. By the time the talking catches up with them,
Feed
they're
is
gonna
dead,
be-
feed
Come
is
on,
dead.
Jimmy.